My clients ask me all the time, Molly Ann, should I quit my job? Is having a job a bad thing?
Well, in the social media age, everybody raves about the laptop lifestyle and entrepreneurship as if it's like the end-all, be-all of everything. But what if you really like your job?
If you really like your job, that's okay. So today we're actually going to talk about 3 benefits of why it's good to have a job, and hopefully it will help you make a decision on whether you should keep your job or quit. So grab your cup of coffee and meet us right back here.
Coffee with MoJo in the morning.
You're here. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Molly Ann Luna.
I'm your co-host, Jovan Luna.
And today we're going to talk about those 3 benefits of having a job.
But before we do any of that, I'm going to need you to hit the like button, the subscribe, and the bell notification.
Ding! So that you can stay abreast to all of the awesome content coming your way each and every week right here at Coffee with MoJo.
See, abreast is a good word, right?
We're going with abreast today. Okay, so let's just dive into this conversation, because as an online business success coach who helps people create digital products so that they can leverage their expertise and make more money online, I get this question all the time from my clients. Should I quit my job? Is having a job a bad thing? Do I have to really step into the full entrepreneurial life in order to be a success with your coaching?
I would say the first point, if asking yourself if you should quit your job, is to ask yourself this one question. Do you love your job?
Did you hear the word love? Do you love your job? That is so important, because if it's anything less than love, it might be time to explore some new career options.
Like we've talked about in a previous video where we say wealth, we talked about Napoleon Hill, and there's 12 fundamentals of wealth, and money being the bottom of them, and above them is like fulfillment and happiness and all that other stuff.
And connection.
Health. And if you're getting health, connection, and you feel happy where you are, then just stay there, because money's at the bottom of that, And if you just truly feel like you're enjoying life and you just feel fulfilled, then you have nothing to worry about.
No, you don't. You don't need to quit your job in order to be able to smartly leverage your expertise online. If you are sincerely fulfilled in the work that you do, I just want you to make a mental note that no matter who you are and what it is you do, there is going to be a cap on your earning potential, because to some capacity, you're still exchanging your time for money. So if you love your job, but you're wanting to leverage that expertise and to be able to make more money, then you can kind of dip your toe into the online business world, but you don't necessarily have to become a full-blown entrepreneur.
I agree 100%, and that's great advice. Yes, you're going to be fulfilled, but you will have an earning cap, and it's nothing wrong with looking for another way to increase the earning in your life while maintaining the job that you truly love. That's perfect.
So, a benefit of having a job is that you really love it, that it fulfills you and nurtures your soul and helps you bring forth that vision and that mission of what you want your life's purpose to be.
And that brings us to our next point, which is you need to earn some money while you figure out your purpose. So those are some of the benefits of having a job: is keep a job until you figure out what it is you want to do.
There's no denying a job brings stability.
Exactly. Jobs brings stability, it brings income. In this day and age, money is needed for exchange of goods and services like rent and food. So it does not bode well with you to be sitting on the corner trying to figure out what your purpose is and saying to yourself, I'm not going to do anything so I figure out your purpose. No, you still need this.
Tell me, divine gods in the holy scripture of wherever the eternals of my inner Akkadian? Whatever those, someone tell me in the comments below, whatever those are called, what my purpose is.
Yeah, so you need money to get around in this world, and a job is the easiest way to receive money. Yes, you exchange time, but using your money wisely, you can be paying your bills and your livelihood, saving money while you figure out what it is you truly want to do.
The cool thing about having a job is that it brings this grounded stability, and it gives you the ability that when it's time to punch to the clock and let's say 5 o'clock rolls around, you can literally just power down your work brain and then go spend the rest of your day exploring your highest excitement, while trying to find what your purpose is. Versus in the entrepreneurial life, when you're living the laptop life of the sense of freedom, it does feel that way for many of us because our work and our lifestyle just blend so beautifully together. But if you're the type of person that's like, I gotta know when my work day ends, a job's great for that, because in the entrepreneurial life, sometimes you're constantly working even when you're not working.
Unless you set boundaries, but I'm sure that's another video.
We'll make that another topic for another day. Yeah.
And finally, you can leverage your job for your side hustles. Like if you do want to be living the laptop lifestyle and you do want to be an entrepreneur, it requires capital. So your job can be leveraged for that particular reason as well.
Absolutely. It can just be your safe haven while you're either saving away for building out that dream and that career that you really, really want, or using it to go out and invest in coaches or in seminars or conferences and things to help you develop your skill set so that then you can go out and try to maybe interview for a different company or finally build that dream business you've always envisioned.
Because let's be honest, starting a business costs money. You cannot start a business for free. I repeat, you cannot start a business for free. Not even if you're thinking drop shipping.
No. I'm thinking in the way that I teach it in my course, The Income Amplifier. I mean, it's an investment to learn from me the way that I do it, but inside of there, I teach you the free ways to build out your content and to leverage it online.
But is your
course, does that count?
But is your course free?
No, you gotta invest in yourself with my course.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. It costs money to build a business. It costs money to gain acquired knowledge. So you need a way to earn money until you can get to your point. So you get a job, you pay for your livelihood, you set aside money for someone's course like Molly's, and then you can learn all these free skills and leverage them, or whatever it is that you need to do. But ultimately, you need money. And a job is the easiest way to receive money, and then you build from there.
There's definitely a whole lot more pros and a whole lot more cons as far as whether or not to stay in your job. One quick bonus thing before we leave, and then we'll do a recap, is that just be mindful that unless you deeply, deeply love your work, you are out there, you are either doing one of two things. You are building someone else's dream, or you are building your own. So if it's anything less than love, I want you to pump the brakes, recalibrate, see your job as either bullet point number 2, a way of stability while you go out and find the thing you want to do, or as a way to leverage, to save, and to go be investing into the right people and courses to really help you bring forth the vision that's on your heart.
So to recap again, stay in your job if you love what you're doing. Stay in your job if it's providing you stability to find your purpose, and stay in your job if you figured out a way to leverage it to fund your side hustle.
Well said, sir. Well said. But let's keep this conversation going over inside of the MoJo Insiders Room.
And you get there by going to coffeewithmojo.com. You'll sign up in our mailing list, and we will invite you into our VIP area.
Yes, we will. And we will also be keeping you updated on our email list with awesome stuff that you get nowhere else.
I absolutely enjoyed this conversation. Come on back next week for another one at coffeewithmojo.com.
And until then, keep striving to master your mind and to live your legacy. Should I quit my job?
I don't know. In this social media age, everyone's just raving about this laptop lifestyle and entrepreneurship as if it's like the end-all, be-all for everything in life. But what if you like your job? Like, what if you really, really like your job?
Don't quit. End of episode done.
There you go.